Okay. So, somewhat good timing on all of that. Wait for that to load. It always takes a second. There we go. You want some beer, Zelda? She's like, absolutely not. You don't want any beer? None? Alright, you have to behave. Hey, no biting, please. Okay, so... Well, let me... Oh, right. Ooh. New chest gear. Let's see. Oh, it's because I have too much chest gear. That's why. That's why. Coat of healing. Another coat of healing. Another coat of healing. Wait. I think I can get rid of that. Discard. Yeah. We'll be okay. Not having that. Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. It just like totally covers the Exarch neck. It just gives me a neck. The fuck? This probably looks really sexy on like not a potato. You know what? We're gonna roll with it. Yeah, this is fine. Okay, so we have things to do, people to see, or maybe find. Like... Well, I want to go up this way anyway, because it looks like there's a Aether shard thing. I don't know if I've attuned to this or not. Aetherite. Aetherite. Nope, did not attune to it yet, because I'm an idiot. We're looking for people, right? Oh, there we go. Is that your name, or is that just your... Oh, are you one of the new helpers? Yes. Hey! What's up, Nix? How you doing, fam? Working on the Aether burner. Oh dear. I've heard things have come to a standstill on that front. Even so, I choose that over my current duties. Checking and loading samples day in, day out. It's tiring. Thankless work. Still, no one can be cross, will be cross if I misplace a few legumes or what have you. The forum's got enough on their plate as it is, with deciding who gets to aboard the Ark and when. A lot of people have opinions about that. My heart goes out to Master Fortuno and the others. Hardly a moment's rest, I expect. But do even they have time to sleep? Yeah, have you guys had a nap yet? Ooh, found one. Helping with the Ark, even with all the power Master Kukul's managed to squeeze out of the Aether burner, it's still not enough apparently. And now I fear the final days have arrived. Horrible creatures running rampant all over. If only I begun the exodus sooner. People are dying, and there will be no end to it if we don't fulfill our duties. Well, we will. We've spent years prepping for this moment, believing the plan, and all will be well. We're solving 200 years worth of preparation in the span of 20 minutes. Hey, buddy, what are you up to? What are you going in a hurry? Where you going, buddy? What? Oh, he gone. Oh, he just gone. Oh, but that helped me figure out where I need to go next. I know, how rude. Not inviting me inside? Oh, offering to help? It's very kind, but I should be able to organize the rest of the documents myself. It's mostly a list of the things we'll need once we arrive on the moon. And then whenever star we choose is our new homes, my duties largely concern the maintenance of living conditions. So I'll be a lot busier after we depart. I hear that our lunar collaborators have come down to assist with our efforts. I'm looking forward to finally meeting them in person, after having communicated with them in such a limited capacity thus far. To be perfectly honest, I've not even the slightest idea what they look like. I do hope they're not enormous, looming giants. Why, that would be... I'd much prefer something small and fluffy, like that of a hatted rabbit that just ran by. Well, aren't you in luck that Heidelin absolutely knew what you guys fucking wanted out of saviors? Small folk. Something tells me the next part is over here. Oh, hey, there's Loving Way. Where's Pudding Way? What are you done with Pudding Way?
Fancy meeting you here, Zalora. Our friends in the farm brought us to see our teeny-weeny tiny boat. To see their teeny tiny boat, toy boat.
That's right, they did call it that.
Which is quite impressive considering they didn't use any creation magics. What we're really interested in is Atheris itself, though we now find ourselves in sort of a funny underground, miniaturized version of it. We're hoping the forum will give us a guided tour, but it appears they're rather preoccupied. Honestly, all the time to prepare, they're still not ready. I suppose we'll just have to show ourselves around, or at least that's what we're planning to do and chanced upon Oriange and your good self. Since we're both dawdling about, engaging in idle chit-chat, perhaps you can show us a few points of interest. Wouldn't that be fun?
That sounds like a great idea. Oriange. Oriange, help. A tour of Labyrinthos. An unexpected yet prudent suggestion. Given the similarities betwixt this artificial environment and Bestway's burrow, it would be our best interest to have the Lalaprits acquainted themselves with those conditions deemed optimal by the Charlian collaborators. I fear, however, that continued reliance upon my limited knowledge would risk narrowing. Rather than broadening their perspectives, mayhap thou art better suited to lead this venture?
What a marvelous idea! Might you begin with that great big what's-it over there yonder?
Ah, yes, the what's-it. I shall leave its explanation to Zalora. How dare you chuckle at me, sir? Asshole. So the what's-it over where now? May have to kill Oriange when this is over.
Goodness me! To build something so large without creation magics is positively stupendous! Perhaps you could direct our attention to its most important features.
Oh, they're so cute. Oh no, they're so cute. You search the apparatus for points of potential interest. You may move the camera. Oh. Oh. Well, oh, you know what? The tanks. Yes, the tanks. Bowie? I'm sorry, Bowie? What? What are you? Oh. Is that an axolotl? Oh! You spotted Amazona, an especially live one at that. It would appear that the concept you observed in another time, another place, was approved for life in the wilder world, somehow. Alright, tanks. Rocks all the time, yep.
It's a little too hard to see from here, but that looks like a golden pipe connected to the top of those tanks. I can see through the window another pipe at the bottom. Oh, this must be purifying water drawn up from below.
Yeah. Sure is.
Is that what I hear from inside the great giant tube? It must be because of those cogs in the gigantic wheel at the top. Oh, I see. That's how they draw upon the water. There's actually some sort of spiral-shaped mechanism inside it, too.
Sounds like intense music for watching around, doing stuff for people. Yeah, it is a fairly mushroom-like thing. It's a water tower. Oh my god, this would be the first time that you see trees. Why are we not in the forest?
That looks like the trees in Greatest Endsvale. Hold on. It's a bit of a strange shape. It's thin at the bottom, but big and round at the top. Quite tall for something so unbalanced, too. Oh, now it makes sense. That's where they store the water.
Yep, I figured it was a thing. Hey, maybe you guys would like to see some actual trees.
Well, if I were to hazard a guess, water drawn from the underground, presumably with some other mechanism, is purified here and stored in that tower thing before being distributed elsewhere. I'm right, aren't I? I knew it! A brilliant design in its simplicity, I dare say, would take only a moment to install even in the harshest of environments. For us Lolliprits, that is. Indeed, securing a reliable source of water for the most is utmost important for any fledgling settlement. We have read, however, that people of Aether sometimes make their homes in arid deserts and such. How are they able to survive?
Oh, yeah, like, there's all kinds of shit, like oases, oceans, waterfalls.
Oh, so wherever you choose to live, you're never far from water. Thanks. Oh, dear. I won't be able to procure that necessary amount. We can provide enough water to keep them from drying out completely, but it would appear that we rely on it more than we anticipated. A few adjustments may be in order, but we've calculated the average rate of consumption per individual. May also be worth learning more exactly how they obtain their water in the first place.
Master Alphino spoke of the machinery responsible for that feat during our journey through Logiscan Alpha, did he not? Mayhap the Lolliprits will share his appreciation for the engineering marvel.
Oh yes, that sounds absolutely splendid.
We must journey beyond the sanctuary of Charlene Hamlet. I shall lead the way.
You mean you brave the untamed wilderness? A valid concern indeed. A valid concern indeed. We could not help but notice that the many dangerous-looking creatures with big, nasty teeth are lurking beyond the safe confines of the settlement. Were we not escorted here by burly custodians, I dread to think what would have become of us.
Regrettably, too many hungry predator in the aforementioned big nasty teeth, leopards appear to be a potential rather appetizing source of sustenance. Might I impose upon the assist the securing a safe passage to the Logiscan Alpha? For my part, I shall act as an escort to Living Way and Cooking Way. I entrust you with Singing Way and Growing Way to thy care. I got you, fam. A most valiant protector that they could not wish for. Godspeed. More. One of those.
If it's all the same to you, I'd rather not be eaten by some horrid beastie. Come along, Glowing Way, to the water extraction, what's it?
Excuse me. Oh, thank you. Thanks around, Jay. Hey, yeah, you see all these things? These are trees.
Thank you so much. I really hope this water extraction, is worth these harrowing experiences. Of all the fun, all part of the fun, some might say, but I'd rather not be burnt to a crisp. It's all the same to you.
Yeah, that's fair. My friends, I bid you welcome to the Logiston Alpha. Our destination doth lie the lift's top. Pray, follow me.
Marvelous, simply marvelous. So this is where the magic, or science rather, takes place. The perfect environment to sustain life artificially created. Knowledge we'll gain from these will be essential when we start looking for new stars your kind to inhabit. Apparently most of them don't even have air for you to breathe. Y'all very lucky that Aetheris so happens to provide everything you need to thrive, or did mankind turn out the way they are because of the available resources? I wonder. Either way, it's nothing short of miraculous. I cannot wait to see more of it.
Agriculture shock.
It's all very wonderful, I'm sure, but I was rather hoping to learn more about your new nourishment provision facilities. In other words, where's the food?
I believe both the knowledge and consumables you seek may be found at the Mariel Ergonomics. I imagine Sinking Way and the others intend to study every conceivable facet of this apparatus. Wouldst thou be so kind as to escort our visiting culinarian?
Yes, that sounds much more interesting. Hopefully I'll be able to see firsthand some of the delicious delicacies Orange was telling me about. Even his incredibly vivid, if not too verbose, descriptions cannot compare to sampling them myself. Not to mention Aetheris will soon be no more. So I must learn all I can while there is still time. Let us brook no further delay.
You got it, kid. I was gonna say they get all their food from Dorvan. Because of that emoji, right? Oh, man. You know, I did end up with the emoji. I did get that emoji. Or emote. If I didn't live in the middle of nowhere, I absolutely would have gone for it too. Yeah. Worth it.
This is the place, yes? The heady aroma was enough to guide me here, and I've spotted several of the fruit and vegetables featured in our compendium. I dearly love to try some, but I read that those who help themselves to a farmer's crops without permission are often caught and put into pies.
Oh. Someone got a copy of Peter Cottontail, didn't they? Yes, they did. Into pies. It's funny because of rabbits. God damn it! The writing in this is so good.
Perhaps you could ask whoever's in charge they would be willing to part with a few samples?
All right, cool, perfect. Start accompanying me. What a fine mess this is. You good, fam? Ah, it's you, the one who climbed down the mine shaft. Oh, that's right. I'd show you around if I could, but I'm rushed off my feet, preparing for the Exodus. And I'm not the only one. We've got to find our ways to do what we can down here up there, first on the moon, then wherever star the form decides will become our new home. It's all so sudden, so unreal.
Don't you want to go to the moon?
Well, it's better than waiting for the final days to claim us. But no matter how carefully it's all planned, we've never been able to take every variety of flora and fauna with us. Even the ones we can take will not survive in their new environment. So many species doomed to extinction. Sorry, it's not what you came to hear me talk about, is it?
Nothing quite so dire, I assure you. We merely wish to sample a little bit of your produce, if we may.
By all means, help yourself.
Much appreciated, my good fellow. So, where to begin?
Maybe over here? Ah, yes. The grapes. They are slightly more grapey than before. Only ever so slightly more grapey.
Oh, I know what these are. Grapes, yes. Let's see if they're as delicious as they look. Oh, so sweet, so sour. It tastes as much like a ripe philosopher's carrot, yet the texture is entirely different. The contrast between the outer skin and the fruit within is most peculiar, though far from unpleasant. Yes, I think I'll try another.
Hands up, Big Mo.
Well, that certainly give me food for thought, though far less visceral manner than my philosopher's carrot. But tell me, what is your opinion of grapes?
Like brave and erupting volcano for a choice bunch. Yeah, they're good. Good to have. Grape's good.
Yes, they are rather Moorish, aren't they? And from what I've read, they're quite versatile too. Something about people stepping on them and make intoxicating beverages, as I recall. Anyway, that's enough about grapes for the time being. On to the next treat. So this is a tree.
Oh, wait.
Orange by name, orange by nature.
How does that translate in Japanese? How does that name translate in Japanese?
What came first? What came first? The fruit or the color? Who cares? Let's eat.
Actually, turns out that the fruit came first. They did not have a color for orange. So, when orange came about, the English lexicon went, yes, orange. That is the name of the color. Now it is. At least that's what I remember reading. What came first, orange the fruit or orange the color?
According to The Guardian, orange the fruit came first. The word came into English either from Old French pomme d'orange or from the Spanish naranja, with the subsequent transfer of the N over to the indefinite article, as per
Blah, 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 blah. I was right. Yeah, I thought I was right. I was like, let me double check my own facts. I was correct. Yes, the fruit came first. Like, we didn't have a lot of names for, either we didn't have a lot of names for colors, or we just couldn't see a lot of colors until later. Both are true. Both are true. Well, that and, like, the English language, like, all of the English-speaking Europe didn't know what an orange was until they saw it, and they're like, yeah, you see this right here? Yeah, this is an orange. They're like, oh, yeah. We don't have a color for that. We don't even have a fucking, like, name for that color, dude. You couldn't see a lot of colors. Like, yeah, there are, like, there are, like, texts, like, actual textbooks about describing, like, the color of oceans, but using words that, you wouldn't describe an ocean that color. You know? You wouldn't describe it as, like, mauve. Like, that and, like, just different colors we just couldn't even see. Or, like, just did not have a word for it, period. Like, we did not care. Apparently. Yeah, there's, like, stuff like that. And also, blue eyes are, a freak accident, basically. Blue eyes were a mutation in the human genome, and we bred enough of us with that in it, and blue eyes are actually fairly common. Not as common as, like, brown eyes, but, you know. Yeah, also an interesting facts. Yeah, turns out, in the English language, yes, the fruit came first.
Yes, that's equal parts sweet and sour, just as the grapes, yet nothing alike. I may have to consult Ranger about expanding my vocabulary. I simply cannot find the words to describe it. Perhaps I'm looking for is bitter? Bitter. This is also very complicated, you know. So many flavors, so many choices, and each individual with their own personal preferences. Now I see why you turned your nose at the idea of eating nothing but carrots. Marvelous. Though they still are my estimation, let no one say I said otherwise. But speaking of carrots, have you to try any of the vegetables? Let's see what's in that field over there.
Over yonder. Looks like pumpkins. Ah, yes. Pumpkin. That's a pumpkin, all right. I like how they fixed the grapes, but the pumpkins still look like this. God damn it. I love this game.
A color, a texture. There are some sort of enormous round carrots?
No. Gourds.
No? In any case, a proper nomenclature is less of a concern than the taste.
Just takes a whole bite out of a fucking pumpkin. Yep, that's right.
Ugh, it's so hard and flavorless. I may as well be chewing on a piece of wood. But all that concerns it, these are nothing more than misbegotten failures masquerading as goodly carrots.
Oh, stop, stop, stop! Can't you see these are pumpkins? And no one with any sense would try eating them raw. You're supposed to cook them first.
Do you not find it an awful bother?
Not at all. Far from it. Cooking is a joy unto itself. And what's more, it broadens the range of ingredients we may safely eat. Above all else, cooking allows us to draw out the full potential of our produce. Pumpkin stew has been one of my favorite dishes for as long as I can remember.
And perhaps these hard blocks of plant matter can become as delicious as the orange I sampled. I wonder, though, if there is anything more delicious. How about that yellow fruit over yonder?
Over where now? Oh no. It's a lemon. Well, they look like lemons. They might be a grapefruit. Might be a grapefruit.
Oh, what a wondrous fragrance. With luck, I'll have much flavor to match. I have no idea how these are eaten. I'm just gonna bite right into it. Oh, yes. Oh, you hear my tongue. Is this poison? Oh, no. A lemon? You mean it's supposed to taste like this? How can something so similar to an orange be so revolting? It may be some time before my palate recovers from this ordeal. As much, I'd best call an end to this round of sampling. Let's say our farewells and return to the others.
Oh, shit.
Hi.
Zelda. I too have no vocabulary for describing food. Yeah, I have a wide vocabulary for things, but sometimes I'm just like, tastes good, makes my tummy feel nice, makes my mouth feel tingly.
Why you pick me up like that?
Well, since you're up, you want a treat? Oh. I was half expecting your cat to just chomp on my microphone. Yeah, sometimes, you know what, she hasn't, but sometimes, you know, I wonder. Okay. Hi. Please do not knock your tail into the microphone. Please and thank you. Hey, stop that. No, she doesn't bite the microphone. She, like, whacks her tail into the microphone. Oh, finished, have you? I trust you found something to your liking?
I'm rather enamored with the grapes and oranges, less so with the pumpkin, though I learned the hard way they're not to be eaten raw. And there was the lemon, the deceiver. I feel so violated.
First time, was it? I hate for you to leave it a bad taste in your mouth, in more ways than one. So I'll give you this lemon muffin bread I baked. If this doesn't change your opinion, well, nothing will.
More lemon? Have I not suffered enough? Nevertheless, it would be remiss of me to spurn this opportunity to, oof, a bit sick came up there. A bit of sick came up there. Oh, he's like, learn from your inscrutable ways. Very well, lemon muffin, do your worst.
Eats lemon muffin. Where's Pudding Way, and where did he finally have pudding?
This is delicious! Although I still detect a hint of lemon, it complements the sweetness of the dough to create a perfect harmony. Never would have guessed the vile...
Can you not rub those microphones on, you fucking weirdo? Come on, rub, rub, rub. Phil, you need some rubs. There you go. There you go, rubs.
Never would have guessed this vile bitters could be optimized so elegantly. My good chap, this is simply breathtaking.
See? We really use lemon in its natural state. It has a starring role in all sorts of recipes, and the same is true of many other ingredients. It comes down to making the most of resources at our disposal, and sometimes That can even be the difference between life and death. Zelda. I know we won't be able to take every species with us. No doubt the Forum agonized over that with what was worth preserving. And what will be consigned to history. Hard choices. But make them we must if we're to survive. Please stop hitting the thing. Here, you want a treat? There you go. All right, get one more. You still dropped it. Aw. Hey, what's up, Yoda? How you doing, fam? A good Zelda. One entire Zelda. Yes. You don't get any more treats, though.
Such strength of will! Now I know what Highland sees in your kind. Mankind! Law, Prince, we were both born from accumulated knowledge of the ancients. They learn that there's all to learn about the nature, sentiment of life, and the fates of the stars themselves.
Please stop whacking the microphone with your tail. Zelda. Getting cold, hopefully not the COVID. Dude, everybody's gotten a cold this year. Like, I got a couple of friends that are like, I feel sick, but it's not COVID sick. It's like that usual bullshit we get this time of year. My parents have the same thing. And, like, everybody's testing negative, but they're still getting, like, sick.
Once a civilization has fulfilled the basic requirements for survival, it will inevitably seek to eliminate all forms of negativity and achieve perfection. And there within lies folly and its downfall. For perfection is an unattainable ideal. It is the paradox of the immaculate carrot. Yet civilizations, since time immemorial, have deemed the pursuit of perfection as progress. They pay no heed to the costs incurred, the futile quest, and too often become the architects of their own demise, their dreams forever unfulfilled. What, then, is the alternative? The answer lies in knowing that our existence can never be perfect. To be content with that is what we have to make the most of it. When life gives you lemons, make lemon muffins!
This fucking rabbit just blew our fucking minds, having tasted a lemon for the first time in its life. But then, so, like, hey, when life shits on you, do something with the shit, my guy. Perfection, there's a motherfucker. These motherfuckers ain't sell. Pardon my Eurasian. What the seven hells are you on about? And who are you anyway?
Oh, cooking way at your service. And I'm here to help prepare for the trip to the moon. And once you get there, you'll be able to try my carrots. I've been growing all different kinds. But don't worry, there'll be room for your crops too. We'll work together to preserve as many of Aetherius' species as possible, if you're up for the challenge.
Yes, of course. I look forward to it.
Well, this has all been highly productive. Probably. Let's go see if Oriange and the others have run out of machinery to inspect, shall we?
So my makeup is like rubbing off. Indeed. Well, that is terrifying. It is indeed. I thought it said daddy chickens. I was like, thank God it is not. the ones that are like... It's the ones when they're like doing stuff. When they're like actually, you know, in a cutscene, you're like, oh, they're actually taking this game seriously. They just wanted like a fuck ass name. And have the most ridiculous outfit during the cutscenes, I'm sure. Hold on. What are you looking at? Oh, you're not looking at anything. You're staring at nothing. What are you looking at? There are no ghosts in this house. Stop staring at the camera, you fucking weirdo.
That was most enlightening, especially the part with the lemon muffin. Actually, I was wondering, do you know of any other places famed for their cuisine?
The Far East has oodles of noodles.
Oodles of noodles! Oh, now that I had time to visit. The more I learn of Aetheris, the more I wish we could spare it from the final days. Alas, Heidelin's orders are to flee, not to resist. If there only was some other way.
For you, Cooking Way, I will save the world. For you.
Hang on, Jay.
The Sage Council. Zalora, I trust thy time at Mariel Aragonix did bear fruit. I am going to come at you. I will come up onto a step stool and choke you out. How dare you? Our own efforts too were rewarded. Now we possess an embarrassment of educational riches. No doubt our guest's relentless pursuit of knowledge could occupy them and us for a fortnight. Alas, time is of the essence. Let us return to Charlian Hamlet forthwith. I shall gladly attend to each and every lolpit there, should further questions within my power to answer arise. Yeah, where's Puddingway? Where did you leave him?
Aww.
Hang on, Jay, how dare you? You good, fam?
Yes, Zalora, that was indeed me verbalizing a sigh to express my emotional state. Do you want to know why? Because I saw the reconstructed environment data for Aetheris at Logiston Alpha. That's why. A forest so lovely and so leafy. Oh, a forest like that?
Yeah. Damn. Should have seen the one forest at the first. One of them was purple. There were purple trees.
Gasp! Gasp, I say! With a star so beautiful, it comes at no surprise that you're elected to leave it behind. I was a fool to think otherwise, to assume that the moon was something worth being proud of. How ridiculous we must seem to you, trying so hard, yet achieving so little.
I love these little dazed. Not at all. Thy works are no less worthy of their uniqueness. I thought I heard tiny voices. Ah, thanks, Thancred. Thancred. How didst thou fare? Oh, I was able to glean a fair bit from the researchers while helping to move their cargo. Preparations have proceeded without interruption here, despite news of the coming end. We have the forum's leadership to thank for that. That doesn't mean people aren't worried, though. Quite the opposite. Knowing disaster could strike at any moment, they hurry to complete their work, likely aware that a single error could be the difference between life and death. We can hardly tell them there's no cause for concern. Perhaps not. Though aided by our goodly glowing way, we may yet find another way to lighten their burden.
Me? Be used to people? I'm honored you would think me so capable, but I'm not sure that I'm up to the challenge.
Nevertheless, I believe in thee.
If you say so, I suppose I couldn't hurt to try.
I passed someone moping in the Western Plaza that looked to be in need of a helping paw. Perhaps you might start with him? This is very cute and very, soft. As good as any. Come. This is the person I saw before that was just like, oh man, sure would be really nice if there were little rabbits running around. No, different person. Oh, can I help you? Yeah, you seem kind of down on your luck there, kid. Oh, it is you would help me. Is my anxiety truly so obvious? A burden shared is a burden eased. Pray, tell us of thy troubles. Those little fellows do look like good listeners. I'm an engineer, you see. That they say, and what they say of the ship, that it's the sum of decades of Charlatan ingenuity. It's built with peerless, elegant technology. It is all true, but I know none of that is a guarantee. We've never launched before. We have never before launched a star-faring vessel, let alone flown into the great expanse. All the tests we've done have been on the ground. Only operational personnel and cargo will be aboard the first voyage, but even so, if it fails us then, what can we do? And if it doesn't, then it could fall apart on the next flight, or the one after that. We've done everything we can to prevent that from happening, but it hardly matters. We thought that the Afterburner's design was flawless too, and look how that turned out. Thou art familiar with these most daunting technologies, and thus dost thou hold the power to allay his fears.
Oh, I'm not sure about that, but maybe you could tell me if there are any aspects of the ship's design that you're especially worried about.
Our ability to walk about and perform our tasks, for one. Devise a means by which to employ gravity, a spatiotemporal spell to regulate the environment. But what if it's not strong enough? What if everyone floats away and begins crashing into things as soon as we've left the star?
Oh, gravitation! Maybe I can be of help after all. Up there is not so different from down here, you see. The same rules apply, and if you consider them as part of one great big cosmos rather than separate places...
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. I was touching her butt. I know. I was touching your behind parts. I was touching like her thigh bones. Oh, sorry. Sorry, honey. I suspect both parties shall find comfort in this conversation. Thanks, Orianjay. If Thancren's tale be true, still others would benefit from insights born of experience. Might I prevail on the Lolliprits to attend them?
An excellent idea, if I may so say myself. There is naught we'd like more than to ease the hearts of the 5 people of Theris and learn more about them while we're at it.
They're like, yeah! Full glad I am to hear it. Gather thy companions and bring them hither. Laura, thou hast a gift for finding souls in need of succor. Pray, seek thee out in distress and the apprehensive, and inform them the help is at hand. I shall await them here, that I might introduce each to a suitable Lolprit. I got you, fam. That's my job.
Oh, I do so look forward to that. A place for every Lolprit and any Lolprit in their place.
Hey, your shoulder drapes are so cool. Oh, in the game or in real life? Because I got shoulder drapes here, but also my character has some sort of shoulder things. Okay, in real life. Thank you. I try to do. It's so I'm wearing. You guys can't see because my cat's like directly in the way. Let me scooch her over a little bit. So I'm wearing. It's a dress, and then I got this like shirt on. And then I got like an undershirt. I know, she is such a funny little girl. There you go. I have a towel that she's sitting on that I can just scooch her over with. Hey, no biting, please. Want another treat? If you're good, I'll give you a treat. She's like less excited the more treats she has. I love bunnies so much. Holy shit, this is a lot. Well, let's go find some people that need Lolprits. Oh. That's it. Nay, there's no point in worrying at this stage. It'll only make the work go by that much slower. There, seems to be coping well. Ah, you seem anxious. You know what'd be really hilarious? Because they've already, like, kind of dunked on me for being short in this, like, expansion twice now. Twice now. But... Or at least confirmed once. But it'd be funny if they're like, we're out of Lolliprits. Zalora, take this. And I get a new hat and it's just bunny ears. Oh, what am I thinking about? The medical facilities on the ship, of course. I designed them with the assistance of our sages and chirurgeons, but I imagine every illness or injury that one might face in the great expanse is beyond any of us. To say nothing of the effects that living out there will definitely have on the body. You might need a little bit of help from maybe a Lolprit. Oh, a crew for the moon! Oh, why did I not think of that? There's 8 of these assholes. The hating on the fun size, just typical. I know. Yeah, there's a part where like, you're given ether so that you can like have a more corporeal form when you go back into the past. And Emmett Selk is just like, it's still rather small. It's like, and one of the others is like, I think that's how big it's supposed to be. I'm pretty sure that their proportions are what they're supposed to be. And I'm like, how dare you, sir? There was one other point that I don't remember. Ha ha ha! The end of the world is nigh, yet the work goes on no faster. Schedules and such temperamental things, feasible one moment, utter bollocks the next. And yet, I never felt so alive! This one is beyond your help. Only sleep can save her now. Okay, that's good. Only sleep can save this one. Oh, let's go up, you know what? Just go around. I feel like if I go up too high, I won't be able to see some people. One right over here. Hyperveiling, yep, hyperveiling already. Oh boy, you good, fam? You don't look so, you're not looking too hot. Oh, by the gods, my chest is tight. Am I dying? Is this what dying feels like? You might need to, like, take a minute. Oh, do pardon me, I didn't see you there. This is no cause for concern, I assure you. No cause for concern, even though we may need to depart at any moment. And if the hull I designed bollocks under the strain, the entire vessel may explode on launch, claim countless of lives and dooming all mankind. That is very unlikely. Yes, very unlikely. Highly. Do you need a buddy to talk to? Oh, our visitors can help me triple check the structural flaws, you say? Why, that would be wonderful. I'm breathing more easily already. Six bunches of weed. Oh, 56 bunches of weed on the ground. 56 bunches of weed. Rip one out. Add to the mound. 55 bunches of weed in the... I found... Hold on, I have to take a picture of this. Weed! Found you again. An Endwalker. I'll have to wait for his response because this requires like the most precise timing. Because I found my friend, like, I found a doppelganger of him on TikTok, and I was like, this is you in another timeline, what the fuck? And but he would also get this weed joke, but it's like, it requires timing. Hey, you good? Oh, no, I'm not neglecting my duties, I swear. I was just in need of a little break, you see. I found that I found myself unable to relax at all. So I went on a walk and I noticed these weeds and, do you want to go talk to some rabbits about stuff? Oh, pleasant conversation partners and, oh, so fuzzy. Goodness me, that does sound much like a better way to relax. Double checking. Some of these motherfuckers are like hiding behind buildings and shit, so I'm like, I gotta check behind all this shit. That little lizard just ripped off the building. Right off. Oh, no, they're fine. That's a good mount. Damn. I haven't seen, is that a new mount? Oh, there's one. How may I help you? Yeah, you want to go talk to a rabbit? Oh, lovely. What a lovely idea. I too noticed
I do notice people becoming rather tense, so I rushed to pick some fresh and fragrant tea leaves. I need to track down 100 more cups. Don't you worry, I can manage. I hope you plan to cheer everyone up. You're planning to cheer... Huh. Yeah, this woman's doing better than you are. Fuck. Wow. This person waiting for the end of days is, doing better than you are. Oh, here we go. There's another one. You seem like you're doing all right. Worries. No, I believe I'm fine. Thank you. Been confiding in my colleagues, and that's helped a lot. Can't recommend it enough. All support she needs. Oh, there he is. Hold on. He's like, Lamau, where? I just posted the picture that I took of it. I'm such a shit. I don't know how some of my friends keep, you know, put up with me. Have you heard anything of what's on the moon? I have no doubt we'll make it up there, but the searching for a new star part is... The plan sounds awfully vague to me. I asked the forum, but they only tell us that our collaborators have everything under control. Forgive me, but I don't feel particularly safe wandering through the sea of stars on God's know what made by God's knows who. Oh, wouldn't you know it, they're here on Aetheris doing all that for us. I'm gonna go talk to them. Oh, you mean to say I can go speak with them directly? Awesome! Let's go! Sorry, paraphrasing for the sake of getting us to move a little faster. I can't leap off this. No, I cannot. Apologies, I'm waiting for delivery. I searched everywhere already. I got half of them, and I'm still like kind of only finding right. Despondent. God. You good, buddy? He's like, I want to die. I'm just leaving to my misery. The forum can appoint someone else. I apologize. I simply don't know what to do. How am I supposed to pilot the Ark if I'm already falling apart under the pressure? Oh, you're like the pilot. You know a starship pilot that I might be able to speak with? Truly? Oh shit. No time to waste. They can help me prepare for this monumental task. Is there anything bothering? Well, I have been unloading cargo for bells now. So my back feels a little void scent, like a little void scent plated as a piano. My feet and knees and drums and cymbals too. Just in need of a break. And now we get his response. He just laughed at it. I was just like, yes. You good? I got bunnies that can make that frown turn upside down. My face? What's wrong with my... Ow! I am a bit tense. I was tasked with ensuring the proper fauna, and only the proper fauna are brought with us to the moon. However, the suitability of a few species is still under debate. I can hardly make the decision myself when I know so little about the environment up there. Oh, wouldn't you know it? Yeah, it's the minion of light. It actually switches between different ones. Oh, including the Loberts in our discussion is a wonderful idea. I absolutely will. Thank you. Perhaps their biology itself will offer some clue as well.
So there's a, this is the Minion of Light. So actually, you summon him up again. You got the White Mage. You got Black Mage. You got the Fighter. And then I think you also get Red Mage. Oh no, it's just these three. Never mind. I thought there was a Red Mage too. Never mind. Yeah, it's just those three. So yeah, just these little guys. Oh yeah. Little accompaniment node. You good? You wanna go talk to a rabbit? We kind of get it. We get it. Everybody is in need of great help and needs a rabbit. Emotional support rabbit. Alright, I am missing one. Where the fuck is this asshole? Let me go back to the plaza. There might be at the plaza. So I'm pretty sure I saw everything out on this side. Pretty confident I did. There it is. You idiot! Have you seen my envelope laying about? This imbecile refuses to give me the alchemic I ordered without that bloody slip of parchment. Unless your friends have a spell to make me remember where I dropped my damned envelope, I doubt they'll be able to help you. Be more help than you. You've wasted enough of my time already. It would be unfortunate for all involved to inflict this man upon the Lawful Prince. Motherfucker. Thought you were the last one I needed to talk to. Oh, there we go. Blasted assistants. Where have they gone to at a time like this? Beg pardon, but I have no time for I'll check time to compare the authority. Oh, well, you know, there are a couple of, like, bunny assistants you could probably talk to. Oh, leopards are willing to help? Well, why didn't you say so? At least, they won't moan about how they checked 24 times already and haven't slept in weeks, lazy sods. Okay, I had my fun with my friend. Alright, back to where we were going with all of this. Wait, what the fuck? You were not standing here with a mammoth. Where did this mammoth come from? What are you reading anyhow? It's definitely Japanese on there. Behold, Zalora. Through thine efforts, word hath spread throughout Labyrinthos. Verily, to a far greater number than we anticipated. Living Way doth gather more law prints as we speak. I shall assign each in accordance with their skills, that new bounds of friendship might be forged. Should greater matters require not thine intentions, watch over them, I pray thee. Oh, thanks. I like that they just have like really good names. Like Living Way, and Cooking Way, Engineering Way. Where is Pudding Way?
Phew! Oh, finally some rest. Why, I haven't spoken so much in, well, in forever.
Lively, isn't it? The town is abuzz. Everyone eager to meet with our friends from the moon.
Twould behoove you to consult with Sleeping Way. As our moon's pilot, his advice should be most pertinent.
Wait, Sleeping Way is the pilot?
I'm impressed. Truth be told, I struggle to tell one from another. No offense intended, of course.
None taken. After you and your friends left Mare Elementorum, we spent no small amount of time with your Urianger.
Mare Elementorum is the first time we've heard that, so Mare. Thank you, Living Way.
Oh, the conversations we had. He told us all about Atheris, answered our every question, no matter how trifling or trivial.
I'm under the impression, like, Urianger just likes talking. Also, the fact that, like, Urianger can distinguish between each Lalpret is quite good.
Look! Every page filled to the margins with knowledge. When I first arrived, I was struck by how little I knew. It was daunting. But then I realized that were it not for Urianger and his teachings, we'd still be stuck on the moon, gazing at your world and wondering what we've been missing.
Yeah, I'm glad he came down here. He's just one man.
What would they think if they could see Urianger now? I dare say they'd be more than a bit surprised. And impressed, no doubt. Master Louisoix, Minfilia, Papalimo, and not to forget...
Moonbreda.
Oh there. Heard there was a visiting expert who we might bother with a few questions. I take it you'd be the one.
Yes, I am.
Uh-oh.
Wilson and Blovida, Charlian's foremost researchers in the field of teleportation magic, and Moonbreeder's parents.
I was like, oh, this is gonna be bad real fast. Fuck, dude.
It hath been some time. Tis good to see you in good health.
I'm not ready for this.
Likewise, old friend. Blovida and I were most honored to answer the call. Never expected this reunion, though, did we, dear?
I'll say, the nerve. Sending that letter, then running off to the gods know where.
Oh. She looks so much like
have any
her mom.
idea how worried we were?
I'm sorry. 'Twas remiss of me not to deliver the news in person. No, more than that. 'Twas I who...
Our daughter was disillusioned after Master Louisoix left her behind. The day the Scions called upon her was the happiest I'd seen her in years. She made her every choice of her own free will. No one could have ever forced her to do otherwise. Don't blame yourself for her death. Celebrate her life. You know that's what she'd want.
If there is one thing we resent you for, it was that we could not be there to mourn her with you. Reading the words you penned in that shaky hand, we must have cried as much for you as we did for her.
Man.
I'm sorry. I truly, truly am.
I didn't think we were gonna get to this. Oh god, this is. Oh.
I knew not what to say. Knew not how to express my feelings. The poems and platitudes of wiser men, musings on sadness and loss, studied and memorized, and meaningless in the moment.
Silly boy. We are all powerless before such grief. Even now, try as I might, the words escape me. But in our hearts, we know. We always know.
It counts.
I remember when you were young, how the lads teased you for choosing the company of books over others. Our moon didn't take kindly to that. Be nice to Urianger, she'd shout, and give them a walloping. No matter how many times we scolded her.
So we offered a suggestion. Rather than starting fights, why don't you be the bridge between Urianger and the others? She had to mull it over for a while, arms crossed, brow furrowed in intense thought.
So yeah, if you guys haven't been watching like all of my like Final Fantasy streams I've been doing for the last 2-ish years, yeah, we lose somebody to an Ascian who you know, got the better of us. We got the better of him, but we lost somebody, and we're finally actually bringing it to a close. Like, I honestly didn't expect us to finish that off with Urianger. Like, truly. God, we get so much good character development with Urianger throughout this entire story. I fucking love it.
But from that day on, she never let you be alone. She'd drag you outside to play, pepper you with endless questions, read the same books you read, all to try and understand you that much better.
Damn it. She looks like so much like Membrana.
I'm sure it was annoying and exhausting at the time, but she only ever had the best of intentions.
And look at you now, at the center of the crowd. The reason there even is a crowd, having brought these people together. You've no idea how proud we are.
To see the boy, our daughter, trusted and believed in more than anyone, grow into the man she always knew he could be.
Oh no. Yeah, it's like they... These would be like as close to being like in-laws that you could get without having done any kind of ceremony. They didn't. He regrets it. I know he does.
I see her in you too. Feel her. She walks with you wheresoever you go. So thank you, Urianger, for being who you are.
I think I can feel her too. The truth of her life. Not sorrow, but hope. and love.
This moon breeder. She was important to him, wasn't she?
You could ask the man himself.
Oh, no. But watching this exchange reminds me how much I've yet to learn about your world. And its people.
You can live here your entire life and hardly learn a thing. And that's why it's too soon for this to end.
I wasn't prepared for that. I was like, oh fuck. Fuck. It is so good. Sometimes I will see, like, not spoilers, but I'll see, like, you know, fan art or maybe even like choice art from, you know, the game or whatever have you. And there's nothing on this yet, and I'm like, I'm dying inside. God damn it. Hold on, I'm gonna go grab like a tissue so I can like see. Well, I can see it, but I want to get like the rest of the tears and snot out of my nose. Okay. I know, Zelda. Try not to just rub all my makeup off my face, you know. God. Okay. Oh, Zalora, be assured that I am fine. I am. Well, glad that I am to see them too after so very long. Gladder than I was that it was in your company. As difficult as it was to accept their kindness, could have been far harder had I faced them alone. Oh, that's, yeah, because, you know, we were there. Both Thancred and I were, like, there at the time, so. Damn. Hold up, Mia. Hold on, armory chest. Pants. Out of room for pants. Becoming less and less clothed as time goes on. I don't have those cool black pants no more. But am I wearing pants? They make all the Lawfells have like these tiny, tiny little shorts. Okay. To be fair, these are very cute shorts. To be fair, I would also wear this outfit. This looks like something out of like some sort. This looks like some sort of steampunk outfit. Like, I mean, look at this. This looks like a fucking steampunk outfit. Like, shit. All right. Hither and yarns. Hither and yarns. Thou hast my gratitude for lending courage to the Lolliprits. Not disposed to the rest of their laurels, several of our guests have elected to accompany my countrymen to their stations. Some few may still come hither seeking counsel, and so shall I remain to aid them as need be. If thou art needed elsewhere, do not let me detain thee. As a matter of fact, I was hoping you might check on Alize. Last I saw, she was struggling to carry an enormous pile of boxes out to the west gate. I could go myself, but we both know whose help she's less like to scorn. Not to mention that, much to my unfortunate, I think of several other things I ought to be doing. Until it. Yeah, you know what? I super duper should be trying to figure out what the fuck I need to be. Moment. This reminds me of, it reminds me kind of like, if you guys have ever seen Made in Abyss, how like there's like the Abyss pit, but then like basically all of the edges of the Abyss are like populated and stuff like that. Kind of reminds me of that a little bit. Hey, Alice, you need some fucking help? Huh, what are you doing out here? Looks like you need some help. No, I don't mind if you help with boxes, but it's far more than it's far from the most exciting of tasks. Are you sure? Who cares about exciting? The end of the world's happening. Everything is exciting. Yeah, I am also excited for more seasons of that. For reals. Well, I appreciate the assistance. We need to get to Aporia. Time is short, of course, but they're full of organic specimens and samples, so try not to be rough with them. Alphino should be waiting for us when we arrive. I'll see you there. Oh. Take the crate to the destination, don't drop it. Got it. Oh, you're helping with the crates. Wonderful. You can put them there with your others. With the others. You have my gratitude. But how did you come to be involved in this? Well... Ah, I suppose I have Thancred to help as well. To thank as well. If you're wondering why we've been tasked with bringing these boxes to Aporia, to begin with, so was I. Turns out that this is a base of operations of sorts. Those with final say as to what is included in the ship's manifest can be found here. Father included, I suspect. Did one of those boxes move? Oh no, he's putting boxes down. Ah, that should be everything. You carried all of that at once? Are you trying to injure yourself? Oh, hush. You're lighter than they look, and not everyone has your delicate arms. I suppose we should let someone know that we finished. Theopoldin is in the courtyard. We can report to him. Why don't you come along? You should get the credit for your assistance at least. Considering we're here, we might even learn something interesting. Let's go. God, it never does. It never ends, does it? What can I do for you? We bought the samples from Charlie and Hamlet. Series 110. The crates are by the entrance. Ah, thank you. I expected one of my colleagues, but we are dreadfully short-handed. Just a moment. You are the Fortunal's children, are you not? Alfino and Alize, at your service. You are acquainted with father, I take it. Quite. Been friends with your parents since the days of the studium. I remember when you were yay high, waddling hither and thither. Clearly it's been some time since we met. It's good to see you again. Wielding your father's nolets no less. Wielding your father's nolets no less. That's right. You know our parents when they were young? What were they like? Pray share no detail. Spare no detail. I should like nothing more than to regale you. Alas, I am meant to be in charge here. So, reams of paperwork want for submission. Oh, we can help you with that. In exchange for stories of our parents would be you would never willingly divulge, of course. Oh, very well then. There happen to be 3 sets of documents in need of delivery, so how about you each take one? Wait right there! You'll find a forum representative waiting the collective near the southernmost structure. I hope I haven't kept her waiting too long. Never mind Alfino and Alice, I'm certain they will be back soon enough. Oh, perfect. I can attune to the Aetherite while I'm here. Place is big enough. Beep beep, get in, loser. Are you not one of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn? I thought you were meant to be working on the Aetherburner. I've, more important things to maybe give you. Huh. Theopoldin's paperwork. I was beginning to worry that he had misplaced his quill. I appreciate your help in seeing these documents in my hands at least. As for your other task, pray keep this between us, but I sincerely hope you Scions succeed. The Exodus is, without a doubt, the most monumental undertaking in the history of the Forum. So we would be circumspect in all respects, risk a privilege we cannot afford ourselves. At its heart, however, Charlian has ever been a nation of the curious. It would be a tragedy if we were the ones to stymie your pursuit of truth. Dude, you could have walked over here. Quick and efficient. I dare say you have a talent for this work. The twins' papers only need to be delivered elsewhere to the facility, so they should be returning any moment. Return without a scrap of paperwork remaining on our persons. You will note? You both have my thanks, and my apologies for sending you on an errand far below your ambitions. Why, even as a babe, you struggled out of your swaddling clothes and... I did what? That is quite enough of that, thank you. It was compromising stories of our parents that we asked for you to reiterate. Of course, of course. I've known your father for so long. I must have something. Well, as you know, part of why your name garners such a respect in Charlian is your family's storied history. You two can trace your ancestry directly to those who came aboard Niamcriff's Hope. A lineage few can claim. I never thought so much of it myself. It's not as though our forebears founded our nation. They were simply there when it happened. Nevertheless, it has traditionally been a point of pride. 'Tis why Niamcriff's pronouncement renounce the ways of war and pursue enlightenment through knowledge and reason has ever been our family's creed. Until your grandfather's time, aye. Archon Louis Soir looked not to Niamcriff's words, but his deeds. He asserted in defiance of his peers that choosing to save the great and the small from the rising tides was the true mark of our founder's virtue. Perhaps it was his expertise, his knowledge of ancient prophecy and the fall of civilizations, that led him to conclude that to eschew conflict at every turn was to consign mankind to his doom. There will ever be conflict and calamity will follow. Thus, to ignore the plight of those one might conceivably save is not wisdom, it is indolence. You remember his words well. Indeed, Archon Louis Soir lived by that personal creed, and used every means at his disposal to bring succor to those in need, Charlian or no. No one loved and admired your grandfather more than his son. Yet Fauchenald could not reconcile Louis Soir's deeds to the philosophy of their forebears and his peers, a philosophy in which he believed so fervently, yet made a pariah of his father. Fauchenald agonized over this contradiction for much of his life. God's father. Son may carry his father's blood, but his choices are his own to bear. Is it not always thus? Gods know Fauchenald's a cranky old goat, so I'm sure you butt heads often enough. Even so, you must know that you are constantly in his thoughts, every moment of every day. And that's not without exaggeration in the slightest. You should have seen him when you were born. Barely recognizable he was, with a kind of dumbfounded grin I'd not seen since his first fancying to your mother. He was practically skipping when he told me the news. Take my word for it, he loves you both to an embarrassing degree. But he is also frustratingly single-minded. Once he decided that a given action is for its best, he will stay the course no matter who opposes him. You probably have felt that firsthand. A finally annoying habit that you're on the other end of it, I'm sure you will agree. Yeah. I'll say. Thank you for your insight. When next we meet our parents, I shall mention that we spoke. Try not to get me in too much trouble now. I need the forum on my side. they're like 16, 17 right now. They're like half this dude's height. Like, they don't age very fast. Speaking of which, to be back with work. You have to make sure these specimens you brought are made to their proper places, or the cranky old goat will have my hide. We can speak again later. Another half a cup of coffee. Hell, you three! Oh, hey! What's up, motherfucker? Graha, surely Kokol hasn't driven you out of the forge already. For better or for worse, no. However, he has set me to tasks that requires more on my single pair of hands. And here you are. I could use at least one of you, but I won't object to more. Fortunately, Alizé and I have prior commitments, and we have delayed too long as it is. So, what about you, Lore? Can you spare time? I have nothing on my hands. Perfect. This shouldn't take long. Sorry, I didn't mean to hit the microphone. In the event of our, and I quote, promised heap of Amorite falls right out of the blaze sky and into my lap, Master Kokol wishes to be ready with the proverbial hammer and anvil at a moment's notice. To fabricate these parts, however, he needs the flames in Kokol's forge to burn hotter. He sent me to increase the amount of aether being funneled into his furnaces. The flow of fire, expected aether in Labyrinthos, is regulated by an ethereal reactor south of here, to which I have borrowed the key. The adjustment will require 2 people to carry out safety, but I can explain the process when we arrive. This is where we part then. We'll see you in Charlie and Hamlet once the Amarantite arrives, if not before. I really like the very uniqueness of all of the sage gear here. Wow, this is really good. This is really good. Also, what the fuck are you wearing, my guy? Dude, love the drip. It's really good. This way then. Yoinks it away. Let's see, what's another anime that I'm waiting on more seasons of? Wait, I gotta climb up here. Here specifically. Yeah. Yeah. No, it looks like this is the building we need to be at. Oh, hey. That's one of the things that we saw being created. Well, many of those were created. Don't worry about it. The reactor is housed within this facility. I'll be one to go inside and adjust the fire ether output. When I do, a rather large amount of water-expected aether will issue from the vent at the top. I suspect to attract at least a few elementals, which we would both rather not be drawn to the reactor itself. Trust me. Can I ask you to put down any that draw too near? They'll pose you little trouble, I'm sure. Yeah, I got this. Wait here if you would. There it is. I was like, where am I going? Ooh, slimes. Haha, no damage. Oh, I did find out that Odd Taxi is gonna have another, it's gonna have like a movie thing in April. That's gonna be cool. Did everything go smoothly out here? Yeah, perfect. As I thought as much. No major complications to speak of inside either. Sweet. And the water aether appears to be venting properly. I expect Gokul will have seen a difference in his forge flames by the time I return. Since I have you, there was another matter I might discuss with you. Nothing terribly important, merely something I've been considering. Part of this I shared with everyone, yet you and only you have been to Elpis. As we've established, refined adamantite is a product of Alog, of the Empire's twilight years, in fact. Hey, the record button. There we go. Okay, so sorry. I try not to do that. I always try to like make sure I have enough disk space when I do my recordings and stuff, so. It was a material which saw use as part of the Allagan's efforts to extend beyond the bounds of this world. Dalamud, of course, being the first prominent. Of those who would push further, expand Alag's empire and to encompass the heavens and the stars above, perhaps the greatest was its infamous technologist, Amon. Well, that's a pickle, because we found out that's... you know. I believe he had his own reasons. There's no evidence to suggest that he retained memories of his former life. Nope. Probably not. He only joined the Assassins once the Empire was all but dust, as you know. If not his memory, though, what drove him to pursue the idea of with such fervor? This may seem far-fetched, but what if souls, like mine, have a personality, so to speak? A natural disposition towards which they are inclined? That would make a lot of sense because, like, wow, Fan Daniel was all on that shit. And then if basically Hermes was... Thank you, Zelda. Thanks a lot. I'm not going to get into details. We know that with relative certainty that it was the gross decadence and an inexorable decline of Alag that moved him on to resurrect Emperor Zandi. The Emperor's people spoke lightly of death and destruction, experimenting on those they deemed beneath them to fill the emptiness in their hearts. In facilitating Zande's return, Amon provided these languid souls with a means to free themselves from the mire of their own indolence. Or would have, had not Zande convinced by his own death that life itself was meaningless. Amon's desire for his countrymen to conquer the heavens could only be a means to the same end, to instill the people with new purpose. Like Hermes before him, Amon was appalled by those around him, how those around him lived. He could never bring himself to believe that those lives were devoid of meaning. And both of them sought that meaning, that hope, in the distant stars. So basically, Amon did the same fucking shit that Hermes did. Tried to put shit out into the stars. And boy howdy, what if we went back in time to Amon's age and went like, yo, what the fuck, dude? Did you send up another, like, grip of Medion into the world? Media? Sorry, not the world. Into the stars? Such is my theory anyway. Ultimately, it is in the consequence of their actions which matter. Their motives are of no moment. Their motives are. And yet. Reach those stars on wings of adamantite to travel to the ends of creation beyond. Promise of hope everlasting, that which I do understand. Yeah, you would, Graha. You totally would understand that shit. But enough musing for now. Why don't we see how Kakol is getting on? Sorry, yeah, I really do get on these tangents pretty hard when it comes to just stuff I'm really passionate about or I just know a lot about. Man, shoutouts to Endwalker for making me travel to all this bullshit through the game itself. They're like, hey, yeah, you probably want to know where all this shit is and probably want to get your aether currents and all that crap. Here you go. We're gonna make you walk around. Ain't too bad. So that lad. That is an entire lad. Well, I try not to go on tangents too long because it means a whole lot of no gameplay. Especially with a game like this where I have to like talk and you know, speak out the character shit. Oh, let me maybe fix my shit. Everything's gonna go. Not gonna worry about it. Whew! I can feel those flames blazing from here. Glad you found someone capable, Graha. But there's not much left for you lot to do. Unless you can conjure up that refined adamantite any faster. Any minute now, kiddo. Any minute now. I do trust you to deliver on your I do trust you to deliver on your promise. I do. Only, I hate waiting. I want that adamantite. I want it now. I want pictures of Spider-Man and I want them now. Call JG Wentworth, fam. Share your impatience. We are, share your impatience, I assure you. Is there truly nothing else we can assist you with in the meantime? I wish. This sitting about's unbearable. Pity the forum frowns on recreational explosions. Recreational explosions, you say? Well, so long as they can they can't prove it was premeditated. Get you gone. I have mistakes to make. In that case, I suppose I should go and return a key to the reactor. I have one more look to make sure nothing has gone wrong, unintentionally or otherwise. I'm certain there are better issues for your time. I will join you in Charlie and Hamlet and on. To the Hamlet then. Crunch. Zelda! You're so beautiful. Okay, so if you wait here, your companions are bound to turn up sooner or later. Yep. Tick tock, fam. Tick tock. Speaking of which, I've been getting more into TikTok shit, so
All set, I take it?
Says I'll ever
We
be.
finished what we could. Delivered supplies, tracked down escaped animals.
Wait, stop biting me.
Trivial tasks as they may be.
That's enough, don't you think? If there was anything more important still undone, that would be a problem in itself.
The vessel is essentially ready for departure. All that remains is to load the final batch of supplies and see everyone on board. Once we've readied the ether burner, that is.
Ah, had a feeling we might find you all here.
Our consultations with the Loperites, too, have run their course. Pleased I am to say that our researchers' concerns have for the most part been allayed, though some insist on making adjustments to the very end. For their part, Livingway and her peers have graciously offered to stay and keep the people company, lest any lingering queries go unanswered.
All that remains is to wait for the refined adamantite.
Sorry, she's like doing a little morph ball thing she likes to do. She likes to curl into a little ball as tight as she can.
Alphino, are you there? It's me, Cryo. Your special delivery has arrived.
Oh
Round
shit.
up everyone and come to the harbor at once.
Oh fuck.
Speak of the devil. Let us go at once.
Forgive the intrusion, Master Fortuner. I bring urgent news. A great commotion has broken out in Scholar's Harbor. Your presence is requested, with all speed.
Well, a commotion probably being, you know, what we need. Nothing bad? Hopefully?
Now, where might this delivery be? Oh.
Oh. Oh. Holy shit.
I'm sure it's very important, but we cannot accept these without the proper permits.
By the 12! Surely, these can't all be.
And there's more.
Bleeding hellfire! They're bringing them by sea and by air. All these folks in these crates.
Holy shit. What's that? The Warrior Light needs our help? Take it.
On the way. Got your adamantite right here. A bigger haul than any of these sorry bastards brought, and that's no lie.
Holy shit, dude.
Yes, because you were charged with seeing the shipments from Gridania and Uldar here, along with your own. Give credit where credit is due.
Sounds like the sorry whinging of a sore loser. And a hypocrite to boot. Ain't no way a scrawny whelp like you took a dozen steps inside a Dalamon shard.
I'll have you know I went all the way to the entrance. I played a vital role in keeping a lookout whilst our expeditionary forces secured the adamantite.
Left you outside so you wouldn't get anyone killed, did they? Well then, credit where credit's due, you did a right fine job sitting on your ass.
Take that back.
Make
me. I will not stoop to your level.
My, what a grand welcome party. Hancock and Soroban. We come bearing relics both sacred and Allegan, as well as a few other gifts that may be of help, to be presented with best wishes from the Eastern Alliance.
We needed, like, maybe a large chunk. I don't think we needed all of it. We need 6%!
I myself have come with a sacred relic of Racen Temple. 'Twas passing fortunate that Senri's dango craving brought us to Kugane. We arrived precisely as Hancock was making his arrangements.
Turbon saying Kugane instead of Kugane is on par.
Upon learning of your need, we made haste back to Hell's Lid, with our dango, never fear, and consulted with the other auspices. All consented to the lending of Tenzin's legendary Phoenix Blade for this noble cause.
Oh, shit.
Suzaku and Seiryu were nevertheless worried that it might be lost in transit, however, and insisted upon accompanying me to Onokoro, where I had intended to entrust it to our Confederate allies. I thought instead to give it over to Hancock when we chanced to cross paths yet again. But alas, Seiryu remained ill at ease, and ordered me see the blade into your hands personally, or die trying.
That's why you're here.
We did, of course, need quite the impressive vessel to get it all here in time.
Yeah, no kidding.
That is all wonderful to hear, but what of the extraordinary cost? I shudder to think of the ransom we must pay for such a bounty.
Totaro is gonna kill us for how much this is gonna cost us.
Fret not for your coin purse, young Alphino. Lord Lolorito looks ever towards the profits of the future, and thus the East Aldenard Trading Company went to some lengths to reduce the financial liability.
Thank God.
And since the Scions funded the entire...
Oh, no, wait.
We funded the venture.
Oh, no.
When?
How? Then not a guild in me to return it. What? How did...
Don't let the name fool you. This coin keeper knows a thing or two about spending.
Holy shit.
When it comes to capital investiture, a sprinkling of gil here and there will not do. You need enough savings to make waves when it really counts, which is why frugality is paramount. We also have the benefit of a generous patron. Generous being rather an understatement. She has supported us from the shadows since the very founding of the Scions. We even had coffers to fill.
Mother!
Your own mom? Oh, okay, so yeah, actually, your own Gil has been in this.
I remain,
Amazing.
of course, an entirely neutral party. I simply thought our family's coffers were needlessly full.
They've been helping this whole time. Amazing.
We can hardly take them with us on your teeny tiny toy boat, now can we? And 'twould be a shame to leave all that hard-earned wealth unspent. Waste
Tart.
not.
What, Tata? I was like, holy shit. It's like, I married this. Oh no.
However did you manage so much in so short a time, though? We expected word to reach only a fraction of our allies.
Well.
Did I not tell you I have my ways?
Oh, hey.
Orenville, you were involved too.
I happen to be in, you know, the right place, the right time.
I received a letter from Cryo after we parted ways in Labyrinthos. She explained what the Scions were trying to accomplish, and why you might soon require the services of the cleaners, spread across the world as we are.
You know, well, he's got his, like, bag on and stuff, and he's got, like, a pair of boots and stuff. It's like, these motherfuckers are porters. They're... I think we inadvertently just had all of, Death Stranding to help us.
I pray you do not interpret this as a betrayal of Charlie. I accept that the Forum's aim in pushing us to our limits was to preserve what knowledge we have. And I bear you no ill will for it. Yet, in collecting that knowledge, what I came to appreciate most about our star is that there remains so much we do not know. That is why I chose to help the Scions. To combat the obliteration of those countless, undiscovered wonders. I held no illusions that they would be less demanding taskmasters. Though, rest assured, if I had, I would have been sorely disappointed. To make a long story short, the whole of the guild ship cooperated to ensure your call was heard far and wide.
Also, your dialogue was different from mine since I didn't do those Stormblood bosses. What? Wait, really? What? Yeah, Sorbonne said more. Oh, wow. That's so cool. Yeah, because I did all of the stuff with Siriu and shit. Oh my god, that's right. Wow. Yeah, he like named off that whole fucking crew. It's like, hey, yeah, no, they wanted me to tell you, like, I need to get all this shit here or die trying. Fuck yeah. That's cool. Cool. Hey!
What's this about a ship that can fly to the moon?
Why weren't you here before now?
And why didn't you mention it sooner? The one time you don't beg my aid, your problem's a bloody ship that can fly to the moon.
Sid, you brought the team.
Of course. Garland Ironworks' finest. You need only point us towards my new favorite ship.
Dude, my first word was like, what have I told
I
you?
nearly forgot. We stopped by Whirlit before coming here and picked up a package from Gaius.
Ooh. Nera's also here too. Dude, no, fucking, motherfucking, my first fucking words out of my mouth were like, yeah, we need to get to the moon. I'm like, well, what if I told you that I knew a guy named Sid that might be able to help us with this? And they haven't mentioned Sid until he fucking shows up. I'm mad. I'm mad that I did not think of Sid to get us here. Hello?
He's still of the mind that actions make for better penance than words, contrite or otherwise, so we offer none of the latter. What he sent is an Allegan relic Valens used in his weapons experiments. Has a fair bit of refined adamantite in it too.
Ooh, I wonder if this is also, because I did all of the world, quests and things. Fuck yeah!
As you like us not suspect, we've also brought adamantite for Mordona's Dalamud Shard.
Hell yeah, dude.
I admit to some consternation upon first receiving Kryl's message. So few Scions remain at the Rising Stones now. Far too few for such an expedition. However, the Gleaners were able to secure us reinforcements. Idleshire's treasure hunters, not least among them.
Cool.
Fascinating as all this is, I fail to see how it explains your presence here. Does Razat-Han not have more pressing concerns?
We do. Yet averting the final days would be the most expedient solution. That, and I am indebted to you. Though they chose to take their leave of Thavnair, those you saved in Galimund remain my people. My gratitude is beyond words. 'Tis appropriate that I aid you in kind. If in the doing we bring salvation to others of this star, so much the better. You will recall that I spoke of my father, Midgard Summer, and his journey across the great expanse. As he traveled betwixt the stars, his resplendent scales drank of the ether in those nigh empty surrounds, and imparted to him the strength to persevere. Thinking they might further your cause, I called out to my kin for consent.
Yo.
Ashdaya's answer was silence, as ever. Tiamat and Hrisvelgre, however, responded favorably to the suggestion. My sire, too, gave his assent. Thus have I brought you his own worm scales. Fit them to your purpose, and seek a worthier fate for us all.
Holy fuck, dude.
You'd be hard-pressed to find someone else so familiar with the unique properties of dragon scales. So I invited myself along.
Bugger me, this is so unbelievable. I've gone right back round to believing it again.
Dude, so someone was like, one of the last streams I did, I was doing more of the theory stuff with a lot of this, and like, how much does Heidelin know? Heidelin, I think, just remembered everything, was just like, look, in order for this to work, I need to actually, like, hype up the Warrior of Light and actually make this fucking work. Like, everybody needs to be on their side to make this fucking work. Because honestly, I don't know if anybody would have been able to help us, all of the nations help us, if it hadn't been for me. Like, at least being involved in some capacity and stuff. Like, hey, yeah, the Scions were here, but I definitely beat that boss you guys were, like, worried about, and, like, shit like that. So it's like, that's what my goal is like, to bring everybody together. It's not that I, like, save the world, it's that I just brought everybody together to help save the world. Slightly different. I required everybody else's help to save the fucking world.
Forget a 6% gain in efficiency. With all these goodies, we could get 7, no? 10, no? 14 bleeding percent.
Yes. That's a lot.
Think of how far we could go. What we could do with that much power. What we could blow up.
Maybe don't
If
blow up
Kokol is duly convinced, then it must be true. In which case, the Scion's end of the bargain has been fulfilled. Would you not agree?
For once, I'm glad I've been proven wrong. I hate losing. I hate being wrong. For once I'm right, I'm glad I'm wrong.
Yes, Father?
I know not what you seek of Heidelin, nor for what purpose you would take command of our ship. Yet this much is certain. To do so will be to dictate the fate of this star and the lives upon it. The lives of each and every creature, in their magnitude and their fragility. Do you understand? And are you prepared?
Don't look at me, don't look at me, don't look at me, don't look at me, don't look at the Warrior of Light, don't look at the...
And we have felt how much each life shapes this world. And so we are determined to abandon none. We understand what is at stake, and we are prepared to bear this burden.
Shit.
Then I will bear it with you. I beg you, share your struggles with me, as family.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, oh.
You grasped my fingers with such tiny hands the day you were born. I thought my heart might burst. It was love and happiness beyond expression. Overwhelming. And a conviction so powerful that I trembled with something close to rage. I had heard the final days foretold. I swore to myself then and there that I would not let them steal your futures. The great exodus would succeed, must succeed.
I know. It's so good.
No sacrifice or sin was worse than the alternative. If anything gave me pause, 'twas mine own father. The Archon Louisoix openly decried Charlian's policies, a perspective which I regarded with increasing disdain as I grew older. Yet even as part of me thought him a fool. Perhaps I also hoped that he, of all people, would devise a brilliant means to save my children.
Just remember, like, I get that whole entire gif of just Louisoix just like gleaming at the fucking radiant beams coming out, like, the radiant beams.
Brave hope. But stubborn enough that I could never bring myself to keep you apart. No, that was his doing. When he perished at Cartano. As we pulled that twisted slab of Dalamud from the sea, I remembered the warmth of your newborn touch. Chastened, I vowed never again to suffer any interference in my mission to protect you. No matter that you yourselves wished otherwise. Detest me, fight me tooth and nail, I would suffer it, and more, and be satisfied so long as I could force you onto the ship. I was wrong. You two have grown so much stronger and so much wiser than I dared dream. You have earned the right to walk your own path, and already begun to do so.
Good. Because there are things we care about, and people we love, and none of them is replaceable. Not a one.
It cannot have been an easy journey for you to have come so far.
Oh no, I never assumed he was a jerk. I was just like, also hi, Astenda. Yeah, I never assumed he was a jerk. He's just like, he had his reasons and his moments and his, like, it was one of those, like, as, like, when Emilians was just like, yeah, as soon as you guys were born, he kind of just changed. And I'm like, oh, he has a mission. I can tell. He has a mission to save her, like, at least his family.
We shall be glad to acquaint you with the finer details someday, once this danger has passed. All that we have seen and heard, that we have felt and learned in our travels.
Hold up. Alright, all you motherfuckers that have Warrior of Lights that are taller than mine have to tell me what this camera angle looks like when it's not me. Like, you can obviously see me, but did they change the camera angle ever so like, did they, like, lean down a little bit to, like, look at my face in this? Or am I just kind of there in the background? They do adjust it? Okay, good. I always wondered this. I constantly wondered this shit. Like, they do such a good job of, like...
Ours is not a kind world, but it is beautiful. Always.
Just in the background? Okay.
Oh no. Are you quite sure that's wise? After all, someone turns pale and flees the room when he sees so much as an envelope containing word of your adventures.
Oh no, how much have you been telling your family about what's been going on with your adventures? About how you maybe went to another world and I'm so sorry.
What will happen if he learns what you were really up to?
Millions.
Maybe we shouldn't tell Father that we got whisked away into an entire different dimension, and it may or may not have been the Warrior of Light's fault, and also our friend with the red hair there. Maybe let's not tell him that.
I have wronged my children most gravely. I owe you an apology as well.
I don't. It's like the whole thing. It's like I was like with the millions, and I was just like, so maybe I won't tell you how I accidentally made your children do an isekai adventure. It's fine now, but it was bad because they almost died. If I didn't figure out the answer to that question, I'm so sorry. If it looks like they've gotten a little thinner, yes, that's atrophy. I'm so sorry.
I assumed that it was the Scion's influence that made them so keen to charge headlong into danger. Yours, in particular.
No, stop! I'm sorry.
I see now that said influence instead brought them together with the many fine people gathered here today.
Dude, the number of people that don't like me because I exist, immensely huge. So somebody like, somewhat, you may be the reason why my children were accidentally whisked away into another entire planet. Like, you may have not done this, but they were close to you. You know, it's like, listen, I'm not gonna tell you the ending, or I'm not gonna do, it's like, look, I may not have been driving the truck, but maybe your children were crossing the street to get to me, and a truck hit them. Yeah, there you go. Oops, sorry. Hey, what's up, Barkham?
In which case, I hope you continue to guide them.
Oh, thank God. You just care about them being alive now. Cool, perfect, great. Don't worry about...
If we finish loitering about the harbour, might I suggest we put our plans into motion? People are beginning to look confused.
Perhaps you can spare a few words ere they resume the tedious lugging of cargo. You've no small number of friends and admirers here, after all.
And then somebody's gonna please somebody just come in and interrupt me. This one seems the most appropriate. My umbrella broke in the middle of the rain. Oh no! That's a bummer. Hell yeah.
Your assistance is appreciated. Now, in an orderly fashion, if you please.
We finally managed to clear the harbor, which means the rest of the engineers capable hands. Meanwhile, Father has issued us an invitation. As is agreed, he will reveal us the means by which Heidelin may be contacted. We're to meet him at Aporia when we're ready. Given the vital knowledge she holds, I suggest we leave without delay. It transpires, however, that the forum's method of speaking with her is not without risks. I'm curious to hear what those might entail, but regardless, be warned. Most of those who arrived with adamantite have offered to stay and see any remaining tasks that need doing. The forum has already asked for my assistance with overseeing the process, so you needn't worry about anything. Sweet. Thank you, Tataru. Thank you, Tataru. We're off to Aporia then. Holy shit. Okay, this might be just a really good... You know what? I'm gonna get to Aporia, and then we can, I think it's gonna be, like, finishing this part of the quest before we go into... Yeah, not without risk. Uh-oh, because... not without risk. Oh boy. Is it gonna start into a thing? I've already shown the others inside. You don't want to speak with... Clara Lane. She has the key to the lift. I can send you down after me. Oh, it's a dungeon! Okay, Ooh, it's a good dungeon. Okay, then what I'm gonna do, and I'll let you guys know this, this sounds exciting as fuck. I think I want to do a dungeon tonight, but regrettably, I do have to leave. So I'll get as far up to the dungeon, and then I can go ahead and call it for the night. And then I will be back at like 9:30-ish or so to do that. So at like 9:30, I can come in, do a dungeon. If anybody wants to help me with that. Ah, you're the Master of Horsenal, yes? Just step inside the lift here. It looks, yeah, cool, awesome. I was so sure we were gonna like have to do a dungeon at another point in time. From here, we proceed to the heart of Labyrinthos and its most closely guarded secret, Thalmazane. It marks the beginning of the end of our efforts, whence we delve to seek audience with the star, and whence we embark on your journey to the heavens. Yeah, I think I want to try to do this with people, because I heard so much about this level 88 dungeon, like, up until this point. I'm like, oh no. This way if you please. So I may need some help. Or at least somebody else that kind of knows. I mean, you know, let us wipe at least once, but, you know. I've heard some struggles have been met. But yes, we'll get as far as the dungeon itself. What? Wow, right into a cutscene, then. Wow. What? The... fucking... Evangelion is this? This is a fucking... entry plug. Fairness, any decent skill tank can solo these dungeons right now. Oh, sweet. Nice. The Ho. Normandy and Valis edition. I bid you welcome to Thalmazane. Direct your attention towards the center and behold the arc over which we have long labored. Oh, what? Oh, that's an arc. Oh, that's the arc. Oh, that's the arc. That's the ship. That is indeed an itty bitty boat. Itty bitty baby, itty bitty boat. That's the space boat. It is tiny. What the fuck is so tiny? I feel like the fucking ship that fucking Captain Harlock drives a bigger boat. As you can see, 'twas designed as a medium-sized craft to reduce fuel consumption. Miniaturizing magics have been applied to its interior so to ensure the thrust to weight ratio does not place too much great limitation on its freight capacity. Oh, so you were working on the inside more than You were working on the spatial temporation on the inside rather than the actual getting it to the fucking star. Cool. That makes sense. The Aetherburner, as you know, has been removed for further modification, but it shall be reattached soon enough. I have received word that Kakol and several other allies are working on it in intense fervor. Yeah, pretty sure Sid is all over this. They're sure to see it done. It was by their expertise that many a prior disaster was averted. If anything, I fear they will not afford us much time for speaking with Hylan ere they finish. No shit. Point taken. Let's move on. I must warn you again, however, that even with the benefit of our device, to treat with her is not a simple feat. Yeah, they are really just like, this is gonna fuck you up. Cool. Alright, cool. We still have more time before I have to vacate. I've done what I can to impress upon you the gravity of what lies ahead. Are you prepared? Oh no. Oh no, I need to be level 89. Oh fuck. Alright, then yeah, I may have to,
20 minutes later.
Yeet. That did not get me to level 89. Shit. Crap. Yeah, maybe I should have done leveling. Alright, so sadly, maybe do a trial. I know, maybe do another trial. You know what? I will come back in about an hour from now, and I'll do that. I'll get through the next part of this, and we'll do the next big dungeon and stuff. I will record this, so that way you guys can watch it as well. So I'll be back in about an hour. I know it's a little weird, because, you know, it's I usually only stream until this time, but, like, I have stakes involved, and it would help if... I've heard this next dungeon is not... Can be spicy. Maybe not as spicy as, What's this guy she loves is a massive abuser. That's right. First dungeons you can meet the guy. Yeah, that's right. I remember this. Yeah, she berates you for being a bad healer. Goddamn. Yeah, I remember that. I remember he was not great, and that's why we all ended up dying. It reminded me, honestly, it reminded me a lot of, what is it called? You guys ever seen the beginning of, Goblin Slayer? And the first party that the cleric's with, they all fucking die, because, everybody's a big, dumb, stupid poo-poo head. Does not understand how goblins can just kill everybody. So, anyways, guys, I will see you guys in about an hour. So, you guys take care.